How do you implement consistent error handling in Express? Imagine building a web application where errors happen all the time, but your users never see confusing messages or get lost. That's where consistent error handling comes into play. When you develop with Express, a popular Node.js framework, managing errors smoothly is key to a reliable API. To do this, you start by creating a central place where all errors are caught and processed. This is called a global error handling middleware. Think of it as the main error manager that everyone's errors go through. Instead of handling errors directly inside each route, you pass errors to this central handler. For example, if an error occurs in an asynchronous route, you use the next function to send it to the error handler. Here's how you might write an asynchronous route. You wrap your database call in a try and catch block. If something goes wrong, you pass the error to the next function. This way, the error doesn't stop your app but gets sent to the main error handler. Once errors are forwarded, your error handler catches them with four parameters: error, request, response, and next. It's important to add this middleware after all your routes. Inside, you can log the error and send back a JSON response with the error message and status code. If you want to make your error responses more consistent, you can create a custom error class. This class extends the built-in error and adds properties like a status code. When you throw errors, use this class to keep everything uniform. For example, if a resource isn't found, you throw a new error with a message and a 404 status code. Your global error handler then recognizes this and responds accordingly. Other best practices include keeping error handling in one place to avoid repeating code, making your API responses predictable, and logging errors properly for debugging. In production, it's smart to hide detailed error messages to prevent exposing sensitive information. You can also handle different error types, like validation or authentication errors, with specific status codes and messages. Using async and await with try and catch blocks helps catch errors from asynchronous code. Passing errors to the next function ensures they reach your global handler. Following these steps makes your backend more reliable, easier to maintain, and ready to handle errors gracefully. This approach helps you build REST APIs with Express that are simple to understand and consistent in how they communicate problems to clients.